have the pleasure to speak with Lindsay. I'm so excited to learn all about these headpiece bands, correct? Tell us more. Who are you, Lindsay?
So I live in Monument, Colorado, and I have been fortunate enough to be a stay-at-home mom. So I have two beautiful little girls, and this last fall they went back to school full day. So I had 7 hours a day during the week to myself to do something productive. And I thought, okay, well, I want to contribute to my family's financial well-being. What am I going to do? And when you've been out of the workforce for 10 years, what do you do? So I started listening to business podcasts. Now, I am not an entrepreneur. I was not an entrepreneur prior to this, and so I was a fish out of water. And I, after some research, decided I wanted to produce something, have it manufactured overseas, and start a company and sell it here. And so I started looking in, I started thinking about, well, what am I going to do? I love headbands. I'm a headband person. I have a million of them, but none of them were perfect, in my opinion. So I saw a little gap in the market and decided to run with it. So then I started looking into manufacturers in China. And though I have no doubt they were really wonderful companies, I was just a little nervous about the factory conditions over there and, speaking English with the person who was going to help me design them. So I kind of put it on standstill. And a couple weeks later, I was at gymnastics for my little daughter and started talking to someone sitting next to me who I'd never seen before. Come to find out, they are from Colorado, her and her husband. We're visiting family, but they live in Nepal. So I was instantly intrigued and asked them what they did in Nepal. And she said, well, we have a textile manufacturing company that helps women coming out of slavery and trafficking situations get back on their feet. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I definitely believe in divine coincidences. So I had them over in our living room. We sat down and talked design, and a couple months later, Headpiece was born.
Wow, that is a wonderful story. I'm just fascinating. I'm sure the viewers are fascinating as well. So you created this headpiece from this great story, but tell us is a little bit more about it. I'm so intrigued. Keep the story rolling here.
Well, it's been a journey for me. I've really learned a lot. Of picking out fabric manufacturers, and then, designing patterns, designing the headbands, getting them dialed in, and logos and LLCs. I've really, it has been a process for me, no doubt. But I love what I'm doing. And Headpiece headbands are now in about 120 stores around the country, including Natural Grocers and Joy of Socks here in Breckenridge. And yeah, it's been wonderful. And there are 12 patterns, including this Colorado flag one.
That's great. So how long have you been doing this company now?
So I launched it in June of last year.
Wow, and you're in 120 stores. That's incredible. Yeah. Good for you.
It's been exciting. Yeah.
And are you based out of here? Like, what's your logo? You have a logo too. What is that?
Quality headbands for athletes, yogis, hippies, and busy people.
Which is pretty much everyone, right? We all need a headband.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
Is it great? And the best thing about it, tell us a little bit about the functionality of your headbands.
Yeah, so they, the material, it's 95% elastane and 5% spandex. So they wick moisture away from your head. They're comfortable. They stay on during, aerobic activity. Definitely awesome underneath helmets for skiing. I have yet to find a sport where I don't enjoy wearing them. Yeah, it's good to keep your hair out of your face, right?
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you so much, Lindsay. This has been just an absolute pleasure to learn all about your headpiece. One more time, how do people find out more information?
Headpieceheadbands.com.
Great. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. And thank you, Lindsay, for having us here on TVA.